We are getting coffee, going to the bathroom, and we are heading to Whidbey Island.
It's pretty out here.
Yeah.
That's about halfway through Whidbey Island. We're just now getting to the top of Whidbey Island, and we're gonna go down through it today. In the bridge. So we're first place we're gonna go is Deception Pass State Park, and there's some beaches there. So we'll probably go check out the beach, see if we see anything cool. Okay, guys, this is where the prettiness starts. I think we want to. You want to check out North Beach?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go to the campground and look at it real quick. I'm just gonna swoop through.
Okay.
Just because I want to be able to kind of know these areas.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll be back.
Oh, this is the lake.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is Cranberry Lake.
Not sound.
No.
So this would be freshwater.
Yes.
Gosh, that's weird.
Yeah. Isn't it cool though?
Yeah. Because you can see the
the
saltwater
sound.
right over there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, that's
These trees are really pretty with the.
that red.
Yeah.
This is so pretty.
Oh yeah, he's loving it.
Oh.
That's cool. I'm excited to see that.
Like putting my leg on that like the door.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool.
So you guys get all sandy?
A little bit. That was a pretty close current right there.
The speed limit.
Has a speed limit in here?
Yeah.
Put it on the side of the road.
That's a lake.
Yep, it's a big lake.
That is a big lake. There's like no boats on it.
No, I saw one kayak earlier.
Or whatever, it's all non-motorized.
I would guess that it's all non-motorized.
Yeah. See, I would not like sitting that close to the road.
I wouldn't either. That would not be relaxing.
No.
I feel like there's better spots.
Wow. It's a baby bunny. Wow. So you have to stand out here, and what do you tell people?
I stand out here and I go, hi, welcome to the tide pools.
Nice.
And then I answer questions, snarky remarks, anything of the like.
That sucks. Okay, so tell me
It's
about
fun.
this area.
Well, what do you want to know about it?
I've never been here.
Oh, well then, welcome.
Thank you.
This is Rosario Beach. We are part of Deception Pass. This part's Rosario Beach. Up on the other side is Bowman Bay, which is another gorgeous area. We are a small portion of the 16,000 acres that is the Deception Pass Park,
Wow.
State Park, which is phenomenal. This specifically is the Rosario tide pools. I am part of the Beach Naturalist program,
Nice.
which is a program that started in about 2006.
What's the purpose of this program?
A while ago, a bunch of people came in and kind of, howdy, you got any questions about anything or just hanging out?
She's just hanging out. Right, Reagan?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, a bunch of people came in and they acted super destructively towards our tide
Oh.
pool. So ripping things up, throwing things, like killing a bunch of critters.
Oh, the tide pool walk's really cool.
I'm going
Do you
to.
enjoy it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you this because the battery just died.
Wait,
And it's
is Charlie?
up in the truck. No, because he's being a punk.
Yeah.
And so you guys are now preserving it so that doesn't happen again.
We're conserving it.
Yes.
So there's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I'm sure you know. But yeah, so we're just trying to ensure that the tide pools can be restored and kind of like come back to their natural beauty, because one of the most prominent comments I get from people whenever they come down here is like, oh, the tide pools aren't quite what they used to be. And that's because like the destruction happened, the first time was 40 years ago and the second time was 10 years ago.
That's too bad.
But-
So you follow the string?
So we didn't go that one because the tide's in.
Yeah.
So if you follow that one, you can do a big loop and then come back and you see jellyfish,
Okay,
crabs,
yeah.
fish. You want to do it again?
Thank you.
I'm gonna do it again.
Good.
The jellyfish and stuff are.
I love the rocks on this beach. I love the rocks on this beach.
Oh my god.
I got rocks all in my shoes.
So,
All right, are you going? I don't think we need to go up there, buddy. We need to stay on the rope.
no, I need to stay up.
That is super interesting.
Look at all these in water.
What are all those?
There's a jellyfish.
Oh, wow.
There's two of them. Look at all these ones.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I'm gonna get to this jellyfish.
There's two of them.
Yeah, I see that other one. Wow. And that other one over there.
These are what they are.
Oh, okay. They have tiny tentacles with stinging capabilities that they use to catch their fish. That's cool.
Those are crabs.
Purple shore crab. You see him?
See what?
Is there any crab?
I saw one over there.
Within 20 minutes, scorpions can change color to camouflage. Wow.
This way.
All right.
This is quicker to get. It was like right here. For what?
That's okay. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What can you tell us out here?
I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff.
What do you think is the coolest out here?
Personally, I really like I think the kites are really cool. There's one over there.
Okay.
And then I also really like the sculpin, which are like the little fish you see swimming around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't know they could camouflage. That was new information to me.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of things are really cool. Usually there's like sea cucumbers you can see over there, but since the tide is in, can't see them right now.
That's okay.
And sometimes there are starfish on this rock, but I don't see any this morning. But yeah. And then, did you guys see the dead jellyfish over there?
The one in the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I haven't seen those before here.
I haven't seen a jellyfish like that, and so it's dead. Both of them are?
Yeah, I think all of the ones here in the morning are dead. I think usually they wash ashore.
Oh, I gotcha.
I think there's a lot more in August. I don't know why.
That's interesting. How long have you been, do you volunteer out here?
Yeah, this is my first year doing it. I just moved here, but we used to like travel up here a lot of times in like late July and August, and I always see dead jellyfish, but they're not like a year-round thing. So
Yeah.
I think it's because when the water cools down, they kind of have trouble adjusting to that.
Do you like volunteering up here?
Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing it. This is only like my 4th or 5th time, but it's a lot of fun.
It is, it's cool.
Climbing garage.
Oh yeah. Great. Oh, I see him in there. That's cool.
Sure.
Can see over there? Yeah, the tiny little ones?
Yeah.
Haystack barnacle. And then acorn barnacle. Oh, and then normally it would take you out and back.
Yeah. But the tide.
What a pretty view though.
There's a sea lion.
Where? Over on the other side? I don't see it.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. What do you think, Dubs? Do you like this? Let's go see some more beautiful stuff. There's something up with jet. What's up, buddy? Do you need help? Lucy, thank you for your help. Thank you much. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you.
I gotta get all the rocks out of my shoes. That was neat. All right, we have so much more to see. We just got to the Deception Pass State Park, and these are the tide pools. I want to see this.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's 2 different backsides of mermaids.
Really?
Yeah. Warning, hazardous area. Should we go? Jonna takes you to a cliff. Should we go?
No, we have so much to see.
Stay here.
No, we don't have to do it.
You guys can. I'll take the camera if you want to. I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
My knees after yesterday.
Do you want to do it? Why, or you want to go back into the bathroom?
Go back.
I'll take him to the bathroom if you and Reagan want to.
I don't think she wants to. She doesn't like the thing is that warning hazardous areas of falling can be deadly. So it says. Yeah, girl, if you don't want to do it, I won't. Those are like real tide pools. That was neat.
That was very neat to see. What'd you like the most, Wyatt?
The crab.
Do you know those jellyfish are dead?
That's what he was telling me.
Yeah.
They're big.
She said there's in the mornings They'll wash up.
Oh, yeah.
I got these rocks.
She's your little rock collected.
I love that.
Oh, I got one more that's really small.
I like those. You gonna put them in your room to remember the trip?
Yeah.
Oak Harbor.
Huh?
That's what you asked me about Oak Harbor earlier, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's where we're heading towards Oak Harbor.
Gotcha.
You can see all the water rushing.
You could tell it's a fast moving water.
What?
Just
With the current, not against it.
Just keep watching. There's a Navy station here. There, the jets are gonna come up over this way now.
So we're on the north end of the field. We need to turn right.
No, she said it's down in Coupeville.
Oh, okay.
I can type it in. Once I get enough service, I can type it in. It's called Outlying Field.
Okay, look, right in front of
Right
us,
ahead.
above the road.
Reagan. Record
See him?
That's a fighter jet coming right towards us. Oh gosh.
F-16.
No.
So they are perfect. They are from right here. Their house is 48 minutes away, and it's double the distance from Coupeville, and it's towards Ferry. So it'll all be perfect. So we are going to easily have time to stop in Coupeville for lunch, go to the port, and still be there in that time.
That's a pretty place.
Anchorage and what? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was. There was just the deer chilling. My good eye, Wyatt.
I did.
I love Coupeville. I forgot how cute it was.
Have you ever been here?
Yeah. Oh, look at she's painting.
Mm-hmm. It's up here on the left, Reagan.
Honey bear.
Place.
All right, Reagan, get out Wyatt's side.
Honey, need a umbrella. God, I'm trying hard.
You're okay. I'm not stressed.
My mom is like, "Why, we gotta get out."
Hey, we have nowhere to be and all day to get there.
Oh, sure. We have all day to get out of the car.
Yep.
Here,
You can go out your side.
I'm just gonna go out.
John, this is a pet store too if you want to come in.
Okay.
We are at Whidbey Island, getting ready to take the ferry back over to Seattle. So we're waiting for the ship to arrive. They're gonna go walk over and look at the edge. And here's the truck.
Kind of like Merlin. Special.
Oh, we're gonna be the last.
They're probably putting us in the middle.
Yeah.
What?
We're the last ones on.
Okay.
Probably because we're bucks here.
Okay.
This is a Ford Ranger though.
Yeah, but look at the load on it.
That has not been 30 minutes. Pretty poor.
No, it'll leave in 30 minutes.
Well, it looks like the other one left a little early. Because it was already gone when we got here.
Charlie.
Brandon, roll call.
Can you please move over?
You don't need to buckle up.
No, I went up. Is there sharks in here? Yes.
There could be.
I can't fit.
Yep.
Followed by the same signals on ships. You may also see rotate evolution, indicating an emergency situation. Should this occur, you'll be asked to proceed to one of the passenger stations, which are located at both ends of the main passenger cabin. Please follow all instructions given by the crew. Life jackets can be found under the bench seats in the passenger cabin, on the sun deck in lockers, and on the car deck and drop.
The ferry's pretty empty. As I'm walking back up, I'll show you, but it's pretty empty. This was a good time. We literally pulled up and got right on. So I'm sitting in here with Charlie. He does really well. He's just kind of laying here, chilling. From inside the truck, it's not horribly loud. I got the windows down, and I'm just kind of hanging out here besides walking around on this deck. Mykael Ann and the kids went upstairs and took some, or she took the kids upstairs so that they could see Seattle and Whidbey Island and everything else. We had a phenomenal time. We went and saw some friends that live on Whidbey Island, and now we get to go back to Ballard and hang out for the evening. As the ferry pulled away from Whidbey Island, the sky painted in warm, fading light, I stood quietly with my family, grateful, full, and honestly a little emotional. This day was a gift, not just because of where we were, but because of who I got to share it with. Deception Pass, Rosario Beach, the tide pools, they reminded me to slow down, to breathe, to notice the intricate beauty in the small things. In Coupeville, frozen in time, told its own quiet story, one of resilience, of history, and even touch of movie magic. I kept thinking about how practical magic was filmed here, and how life can just feel as fragile and beautiful as a film scene when you're really present for it. But more than anything, today was about family. Mykael Ann returning to a place she loved, Wyatt and Regan discovering it for the first time, and Charlie never far from my side. For a brief moment, everything felt aligned, like it was exactly where we were supposed to be. Heading into the next part of the journey, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. We had so much ahead of us in Seattle, and yet I knew time was limited. That contrast, that ache of wanting more time with the ones I love, reminded me how sacred this healing journey really is. Thank you for watching my healing journey. I'll see you in the next episode.